Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Paris is finished. France is finished. The capital of France. It's no longer a place you want to go and visit. Quite recently, my middle daughter went there and she visited the place and she nearly got kidnapped. Yes, not exactly the sort of place you want to take your family, is it? No. What has to be said is I don't know if you watched last night, the footage after the football celebrations, we'll call them. Celebrations. Doesn't look much like celebrations to me. I mean, I'm sorry, but if that's what celebrations look like, football celebrations, then I think we got a very different idea of what celebrations look like. Although what happened in Liverpool was pretty damn awful. Yeah, I'm going to say very little on that because that's too contentious an issue. But no, we have been told that what happened in Paris last night was the result of football hooligans. Of course it was. You could tell. You could tell straight away. I mean, look at the demographic who was committing the violence in those videos. You can tell straight away that they are quite clearly French, aren't they? Oh, maybe they weren't. What was it? Can't put my finger on it, ladies and gentlemen. What was it about them that made me think that they weren't French? I don't know. I mean, this is the country that gave us Serge Gainsborough and Toulouse-Lautrec, and who else was there? Anyway, yes, they give us all these wonderful things. The French did, and Paris is such a beautiful, beautiful location. I mean, it's a country that gave us excessive amounts of garlic in our cooking. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful place to visit though. Used to be, not anymore. Yes, sorry, somebody's just commented here. Is it somebody Silver? Everybody's blaming the football hooligans. Of course they are, because it was. Of course it was football hooligans. It wouldn't be anybody else, would it? No. We can all see what was going on. Everybody knows. You look at that footage, and now you can see the disparity, the difference between what the mainstream press are presenting to us and the difference between what we'll say the alternative media or social media is presenting. You can see the footage for yourself. You can make your own minds up. We're not stupid. Okay, most of us aren't stupid. But yeah, that's France right now. This is the way Europe's going. And at the same time, in one day, we had, was it over 1,100 people enter Britain legally across the channel. This is supposed to be the Labour government getting on top of what's the problems we've been having with small boats crossings. Have to be very careful still with terminology. You never know who's watching. You never know how they might interpret it. You've got to be ever so nice these days. Yes. Anyway, those lovely people who we welcome into our nation, they wouldn't in any way, shape or form be linked with what went on in Paris, of course. No, not for 1 minute, and there's no demographic similarities before any of you racists start saying that. Yes, you racist lot, all of you watching this. But, oh, blessings from South Africa. Blessings to you as well, Joy Scott. Thank you very much indeed. Lovely to see you. Yes, we do get about a bit, you know, here. Yeah, South Africa, my goodness, that's a country that's going through a lot at the moment, isn't it? Oh, apparently there's a genocide going on there, but the press won't tell you that. Oh, no. The press won't tell you. Why do you think so many people are reporting about a genocide taking place in South Africa? Why do you think that is? What, they're just doing it for the attention, are they? No. Something else is going on. Something terrible. And that's why Trump has welcomed those farmers and people from South Africa into America and given them, refugee status and new land to start their lives in again. But I wonder if he'll take me. Come on, Trump. Any room for me over there? Maybe not. No, I'm going to stay and fight for this country. Absolutely, as should we all. But anyway, going back to the point here, Paris. I mean, if you've gone there recently, you'll see what it's like. Oh, somebody from Pembrokeshire on here as well. Hello there. Yes, the fighting was going off when the match was being played. That's right. Yes. I've heard that as well. I've heard lots of things have been going on. So this is not celebration. What is going on? What went on last night in Paris? You can see looting taking place. Everybody is panicking. The police are barely containing this. They're barely containing anything that's going on in Europe at the moment. Lawlessness, that's a very good word. And that's a sign of the end times, incidentally. I think you know that already. And this is the world we're living in. This is westernized society. It is falling. It has fallen. We are very shortly about to see something very dark coming, I think. Something quite awful. There are rumours that there are sleeper cells in this country and across Europe who are getting ready to be activated. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but if these rumours are true, we're in trouble. We're in deep trouble. And before any of you start saying I'm racist by highlighting this, if you know where if you knew my biological lineage, you'd know that that is absolute rubbish, because I also have Middle Eastern blood in me, as well as Norwegian, Irish, Scottish. No Welsh though, funny enough. Never mind. There we go. Anyway, so what are we going to do? What is Europe going to do? I'll tell you what we have to do. We have to pray. We have to do the one thing that they don't want us to do, and that's return to churches. Get back to church. That's what we have to do. As a society, as a civilization, if we don't return to church, then it's over. It's game over. There's nothing left. Because Western society, Western civilization was built upon, yes, Mr. Powell mentioned it. That's right. I can't say too much on that, but he certainly did, Mr. Powell, and he's been correct in quite a few things. Wouldn't be any famous politician that I'm referring to, no. But anyway, what they don't want us to do is to get back to church, because Christianity is the bedrock of Western civilization. Christianity is Western civilization. Don't think it's anything else. If you think that Western civilization is based upon science and secularism, you're so wrong. These are things that sort of really took the forefront in the 1700s, well, before then as well. We're talking about the Age of Enlightenment. Enlightenment, really, really, really. West was pagan before the Bible came here. Yes, it absolutely was. It was. And it was not a place that you'd want to be. I can tell you now. Because why do you think we're still finding these pits full of people who are buried, in bogs, particularly in Ireland, which was pagan itself, ritualistic sacrifices that took place, awful things. This was paganistic Europe before Christianity entered the place. Why do you think Christianity swept through so quickly? Yes, St. Patrick brought the gospel to these islands. To Ireland, indeed, he did. And he was, at one point, sort of... He was a contemporary as well of St. David. We can go into that as well. And we can talk about St. Samson and many others. But Britain was Christianized because of one thing, and that was the lure of Christ, the beauty of it, the truth of it. You compare it to something that says, oh yes, if the corn isn't very good in season this year, we're going to have to go and your children are going to have to go and you have to say goodbye to them. Yeah, in a brutal manner. Sacrifice to, yeah, well, there we go. If you want to get back to that way of society, then that's up to you. There's a lot of romanticization that goes on about paganism. And I find it, I find it very difficult to buy into that romanticization. I think I did when I was younger. I think I was every denomination of every religion when I was younger. Good grief, I tried it all. Yes, I was even a Hare Krishna for a few weeks. That didn't work out well. I used to go to the pub with these saffron robes on. Didn't somehow add up. But I gave it a go. I was experimenting, looking for the truth. But then I came back to it, and that's Christ. Christ is the truth. So you message here, Ireland in Scotland, where Christianity was first brought. Yes. Was it St. Columba, was it? Linked with that place? I can't remember. I might be completely wrong here. Please forgive me if my history is not doing the best today in the old brain. I'm a bit tired. Anyway, so we need to get back. If we want to see an end to violence and the problems that we have in this world. We have to get back to church. We have to fill those seats again, those pews. Stop those churches being converted into buildings of places of worship, I should say, for other belief systems. This needs to happen now. We need to draw a line in the sand ourselves and say, no, we are a Christian nation. We are a Christian society. France is Christian. It doesn't matter what the church is. If it's got Christ above the front door, it's probably better than nothing. Sorry. So this is a good one here. Last year, riots, weapons in mosques. Yes, there were. Yes. Sorry. I can't keep these things. I don't know how I can. I have to find. There's something I'm clearly not pressing here, which means I can see what the questions are, the comments are for long enough. I do apologise. Where was I? Oh, I don't know. Oh, sorry. Birmingham is lost. Yes, Birmingham has gone. Yes, London has gone. Many parts in the north, many of our major cities are gone right now. And it's terrifying. How did this happen? How did this happen? How did we allow this to happen? How did we allow our society our culture, our countries to fall? I'm not just talking about Britain, I'm talking about Western civilization. Why did we walk away from it? What was so bad about Christianity? What was so bad about that message that everyone said, oh no, we're going to go to rationalism instead? A nihilistic, I think that is more than anything. It's terrifying. Boomers were spoilt brats, question mark. This started way before then, but you think you've got a bit of a point there. No, I can't say that about all boomers. That's not true whatsoever. Jeff Taylor would not have that if he knew I'd agreed with that one. He'd be very unhappy with me. But yes. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We really do need to get back to church, pray, and right now I ask you to pray for our political prisoners. We need to always remember Lucy Connolly and so many others that are still in prison right now in the UK. And we need to pray for Europe. We need to pray for Europe, we do, and Western civilization. Good that Tommy's out. Also, there's John D. I can't see if it's Davis, is it? I missed the comment. Damn, they're going through so quick. Really sorry, John. But I think, that's right. I did see some things where the people of these lands need to unite. Yes, we do. We absolutely do. If we don't unite, what's left? What is there? What are we going to become? What do you think we're going to become? I know what's coming. Unfortunately, it's been predicted by people like, was it Dr. David Betts? You can see it. Anywhere I go, people are saying that things are about to pop in this country. And I think, under the right circumstances, I think you're probably right. It's not what we want, and this is why what we want is a peaceful solution. That's going to be very difficult to achieve. The only way to do that is to come together as Christians, unite as Christians. And an ex-Catholic now, now a Protestant. So many people are changing, swapping over sides, and but the important thing is that as long as you've got a cross above the door. Jeff Taylor, who I work with, many of you know this, he has moved more towards the Orthodox faith, and that's something I would love to. If there was an Orthodox church near me, I'd be certainly there quite regularly. Unfortunately, there isn't, but that seems to be the way that I'm sort of inclined. However, the truth is the truth, and the truth is Christ is King. Christ is the truth. End of. He is the axiom point of reality itself. All things were made through him. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. So, yeah. Anyway, I've rabbited it on. Good grief. How can one man talk for 14 minutes plus into a phone? Good grief. With no reply other than a few words, yes. Anyway, God bless you all. Let's come together. Stay positive. We can do this, people. Just keep your eyes fixed on Christ, because the rest is just illusion. It doesn't mean anything. We can look at what's going on in the world right now with what's taking place in Paris, what's taking place here in Britain, and we can be in we can be utterly devastated by it and just panic and think, there's no way out of this. There is no way, but there is. There always has been. That's how they felt. Imagine how they felt. So I'm going on a bit further, but imagine how they felt in ancient Rome under Nero, where Christians were covered in tar and pitch, and they were then illuminating, we'll say, the evenings, and they used to have Christians suffering this horrific form of death and lighting up garden parties for Emperor Nero. Yeah, it was the Christians who were blamed for the burning down of Rome. And how much hope did they have? Well, they did. I highly recommend you watch a film, incidentally, which goes into this. It's one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen. Paul, Apostle of Christ, it's called. It's Jim Caviezel, who plays Christ in The Passion of the Christ. He plays Luke, I believe, in it. And it's just watch it all the way through, because the end will absolutely destroy you. It's one of the most incredible endings to any film I've ever seen. Anyway, right, I'm going. Thank you very much for listening to An Old Man Rabbit On, and very sad about what's happening in Paris and in France. God bless you all, and bye for now.